The morning rays hit the desk, the monitor's light flashing, forgotten in the corner. Sad butts rest in the ashtray, a memory of last night. A ring sits on a bookshelf, spines covered with dust from the unused literature. A socked foot pokes out of the quilt, a girl asleep in her own bed, resting from last night's party for one. Her breathing is shallow, yet, with a slight intake, her eyes flutter open to look around the room that she had just left. Curious for the time, she reaches for her phone, the orange light about to illuminate her face, only to realize she's late for her exam. She reaches for the first thing on top of the pile of dirty clothes on her floor, not knowing the last time she wore them. As she walks around the room, she takes off her t-shirt and reaches down for the drawer, grabbing the first thing that she sees. She walks to the... Does she wake up in her bed, though? Is that interesting? What if she wakes up in her car? The car is littered with old packets of crisps and wrappers, while a makeshift ashtray rests on the dashboard. The girl's head rests against the window, a colourful scrunchie wrapped around the wrist that supports her chin. She flutters her eyes, looking into the morning light, yawning, trying to wake up. She tries to look for her phone, the back seat littered with plastic bottles and tissue wrappers. She looks under the front passenger seat, her hand tapping away in search for the black rectangle. She pulls it up, only to realise that she's late for her exam. In a rush, she starts the car, throws it into first gear, releases the handbrake of the old rust bucket and pulls into the street in an attempt to get there on time. Does she though? I mean, would it be more exciting if she doesn't start the car? What if it doesn't start? Yeah, if it doesn't start, she turns the key and doesn't start the car. The lights were on all night as she slept in the front seat. She screams, slamming onto the steering wheel, frustration building up. She goes to phone a friend. Nah, don't like phoning a friend. She needs to do this herself. She's late for the exam. She doesn't really know what to do. What if maybe she looks at the back seat and she grabs her backpack? Was there a backpack? I'm sure there was a backpack back there. She leaves the car and runs to the exam nevertheless, but I'm sure there was a backpack there. Anyway, and she locks the car and runs off. You can't forget to lock the car, eh? She arrives at the bus stop, legs aching and out of breath from the long run. But isn't it more exciting if she just misses the bus? That'd be better, right? She just misses the bus. She runs up to it, legs aching and out of breath as it drives off. That's not exciting either. I don't like that coincidence. She just runs to work. Was it work? Was it an exam? I think it was an exam. It worked better. She has missed calls from her boss, so when she's looking for her phone, that's what startled her. She's nervous as she looks up at the sign of the bar, both hands twitching with nervousness. With the sun in her eyes, she takes a deep breath, focuses on the conversation she's about to have, and...
Whoa. We are not doing this again. I'm here. I'm walking in. I'm walking in.
I think I prefer if she wakes up in bed. No. The girl rests in her bed. Missed calls from her boss vibrating her phone on the nightstand. She sleeps, not knowing the consequences of these actions. Actually, what if it's a guy?